Hello and welcome to today's Miracle Moment. Just before we jump into this moment, we want to invite you to be part of our transformation community at transformationcommunity.online. This gives you access to a free daily email that's just absolutely stocked full of teaching, testimony, encouragement, updates as we continue to have the mission of transformation, transforming lives, estate, and nations. So thank you for considering joining our transformation movement here at transformationcommunity.online. Blah, blah, that's a lot of words going.
You did great. It is a lot of words, but please do join us. It is a fantastic email and very comprehensive. I think it'll really be a blessing to you. It really jumpstarts our day every morning. It's the first thing I read every day, so I think it'll be a blessing to you.
Take us into our miracle moment today, Beverly. I love this one.
Well, so we're on a vein of God's faithfulness and understanding how He's designed us, and He's very specific about our overall needs. I mean, we have needs. We have a hierarchy of needs. We need a place to sleep. We need food. We need shelter. We need love. We need all of those things. And when we first were married, you and I both had established households. I had been a mom when we first met, I think Josh was getting ready to turn 7. Mm-hmm. So I had a house full of furniture, and we had moved and transitioned. I think by the time we ended up, when Kent was a pastor, we had moved maybe 5 times. Yeah. And so we had ended up with a little bit of a hodgepodge of different things. And the first couch that I gave away, a guy came in and had helped us paint the walls of a house that the Lord gave to us, essentially. We had an opportunity to buy it from someone who they actually paid half of the mortgage for the first year just so we could get into the house. That's another miracle moment in itself. So we were really just trying to put a home together. Kent was already by this time traveling quite a bit. And so I had plenty of time on my hands and was getting this house ready. And we gave our first set of furniture away to the guy who painted our house because they had just moved. They didn't have a couch. So Kent's sister gave us their old office furniture, and used and ugly does not even cover it. It was just this, you guys will probably remember when everything, you boomers especially, remember when furniture matched everything orange and green? Well, this was a green and black and white striped couch, and I think the refrigerators had been green and the walls had been orange, and so all of the things. And so, but I had created a nice little home with it. Yes. And I was a big thrift store shopper even then, and I had met a missionary family who couldn't even afford to buy a couch in the thrift store. And things were back then were just $0.25 or $1 or $5 for a couch, or $2 for a chair. And so I said, hey, look, I have a set of furniture at home. I'd really like for you to have it. And so of course they had a pickup truck. Kent was out on the mission field. They came and loaded up the couch and the chair, and Kent came home to a completely empty house with just carpet.
Just carpet. I get home and I'm like, where's the furniture at?
Well, it was the second time that had happened, but we did have that other incoming furniture. And I told him, I said, well, I met a couple who are missionaries who had just come off of the mission field. They couldn't even afford to shop in the thrift store. So I thought that they would really enjoy this furniture. And he said, well, what are we going to sit on?
I was thinking, could you not just have shared the couch and maybe kept the chair? There was no furniture. Room of carpet. That's all we had.
That's it. 2 rooms full of carpet because we had a living room and a den. And I said, I just really believe God's going to provide. And I said, I'll keep shopping the thrift stores and I'll find something. The very next day. I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it. Kent had flown home to a house full of carpet, and me explaining I'd given all the furniture away again. And he went to work. He went into the office, and on his desk was a magazine open to
a furniture catalog.
Opened to the very set that I had been praying over and that I wanted. I wanted a white leather set with a leather couch and leather chairs. Not only was it turned to the page, this person could not possibly have known that. I did not even know them personally. But tucked in there was the money to buy the set of furniture.
With a note that said, the Lord spoke to me to provide this furniture for you. The exact furniture Bev wanted, all the money to pay for it. The very next day, laying on my desk when I It blew my mind to see
that's
how God could do something like that.
intentional and specific God is. He knows exactly who He designed us to be. And I have a gift of refurbishing. I like to repurpose. I would much rather have something that has a history to it and repurpose it over and over again. So let me just tell you, it's a little bit like Kent's watch story, which we have got another miracle moment about just redeeming time. But this couch really went on such a journey. We had it in our home in Winter Park, Florida, the rest of the time that we lived there for the next 8 years. It then moved with us to our next destination. Then Josh and Lori, our son and daughter-in-law, when they bought a home, it moved into their house. So I used shoe dye and I turned it into a bomber couch. I took all that white leather and turned it into a brown bomber leather couch. They used it as their kids were growing up. It ended up in the playroom. We took it back. I got it recovered. And this is the honest to God's truth. I just gave that house to a group of girls.
Furniture.
Yes, gave that to their house. Gave the couch to put in their house for a group of recovery girls this year, just 2 months ago. It has been completely recovered, is completely in use. It's a beautiful couch. That was in 1989, and this couch is still on another supernatural journey. It has been a truly miraculous gift that God gave us that just kept right on giving.
What a blessing just to see how God can provide.
It's like that movie,
abundantly above and beyond
the
what
Pants of the Traveling Sisterhood.
Yeah.
It's the couch.
The traveling couch.
It has been. It's a supernatural miracle for sure.
We've enjoyed sharing this moment with you today. Hopefully it's ignited your faith like it ignites ours all over again when we talk about the stories and the miraculous things we've seen God do in and through our lives. So thank you for taking time to join us. Join our transformation community at transformationcommunity.online. We'd love to have you a part of this community. And we've adopted the saying, we believe in miracles because we believe in God.